The only thing consoling Mercedes fans this year is the hope of a strong comeback next season. Fans were raising hope race after another with the multiple car upgrades to see their team improving. Unfortunately, it wasn't the case. Mercedes couldn't win a single race this year. Fans got over the W13 with its lack of performance and issues and start thinking about the next year car version, hoping things will get better. However, Mercedes have declared yesterday not being 100% confident about the next year's car concept. The team isn't sure the concept will work in 2023. Why such a declaration at this time of the season? The Mercedes Challenger W13 has failed to put the silver arrows anywhere near the front barrel this year, and the team is until now unable to secure a race win after 18 rounds. The Brackley-based squad is 4 rounds away from its first season without a single win since 2011. Not only this, but Mercedes is currently more than 60 points behind Ferrari in the constructors standing, and more than 200 points behind the leaders Red Bull. The 2022 team perspective was a bit risky, with a sideboard philosophy applied with the new regulations, but this risk has only contributed to a frustrating and highly unpredictable car version. Explaining his team's situation and strategy for 2023, Toto Wolff, Mercedes team principal, as quoted by GB fans, repeated that his team is still understanding the car function. And to be clear enough, Wolff stated that they aren't at that stage allowing them to be confident 100% about next season. Wolff added that a lot of work is still needed. First, you have to understand what the root cause is for your non-performance, and then you have to peel the skin. What is the first layer? What is the second layer? Are we really on top of all the questions? The answer is no. We're not. It's not something we can change this year. It's about decisions that we have made for next year. But I'm 100% confident to say here that we will be fighting for the World Championship. There is still work to do. Actually, it would have been unwise from Toto Wolff's side to make different statement looking to his team's situation this year. Saying that Mercedes would rejoin the championship battle next season could have been so impulsive, but this skepticism underscored the uncertainty waiting for the silver arrows. Changing the design or keeping their more radical one. Toto Wolff and Mercedes are facing an important decision regarding their philosophy for next season. If Mercedes keeps the fundamental of its current concept, they risk facing the same issues and the same scenario, which will lead to the same consequences and wasting another season for the same errors. In the contrary situation, opting for the more conventional sidepod design is also a risk, taking in consideration Mercedes rivals Red Bull, who are currently having significantly more data in this area. So Mercedes will be facing one of the greatest challenges in the last decade of Formula 1. Not far from this, Mercedes boss Toto Wolff says his team are prepared to overspend in order to improve their car and upgrades if Red Bull aren't punished severely for their minor breach of F1's financial regulations. Previously, FIA declared in an official statement Red Bull breached the cost cap limit for last year. The FIA confirms that its cost cap administration has now completed the review of reporting documentation submitted by each competitor that participated in the 2021 FIA Formula 1 World Championship in respect of the 2021 reporting period ending in 31st December 2021. The FIA Cost Cap Administration notes that all competitors acted at all times in a spirit of good faith and cooperation throughout the process. The FIA would also note, with respect to this year of application of the financial regulations, the intervention of the FIA Cost Cap Administration has been limited to reviewing the submissions made by the competitors and that no full formal investigation were launched. The FIA Cost Cap Administration is currently determining the appropriate course of action to be taken under the financial regulation with respect to Aston Martin and Red Bull, and further information will be communicated in compliance with the regulations. Wolff revealed his team have actually discussed the idea of playing extra budget in order to recover performance and return to the top, especially after their struggle in 2022. Quoted by Corriere dello Sport via Formula Passion, Wolff added, "What Red Bull did is cheating, and in case the Formula 1 governing body won't take the necessary measures or let Red Bull get over this cheating without sanctions, he will be playing extra budget for his team to fix the issues and recover performance." If Red Bull have overspent by 2 million, they could close the matter by paying the FIA 5 times. Therefore, 10 million in any case, it would be not fair because it would sanction the right to cheat by paying a fine. Mercedes have already talked about it, and if this were really the point of failure, Mercedes is ready to plan extra budget and related fine to recover performance and return to the top. So Red Bull, who were accused another time this season after the FlexiFlow file, the Milton Keynes team cost cap breach comes under the minor overspend category. Therefore, there is the possibility of deduction in drivers or constructors' point for the 2021 season, which leaves the probability of Verstappen losing his 2021 maiden championship. However, Christian Horner, Red Bull's team principal, doesn't actually look like he's worrying about this subject. On the contrary, he lately made some strong statement talking about tactic his team is preparing for the coming season to definitely finish Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes' dominance in Formula 1. The FIA, after confirming the cheating allegation, will be releasing in the coming days the sanction for the concerned teams, and we will see if this sanction will take Verstappen's maiden championship off. Toto Wolff, Mercedes team principal, who previously declared during an interview with motorsport.com that he's still thinking of last year's Abu Dhabi race loss until now. "I think about it every day. How it panned out. I think I have values around fairness, and especially sporting fairness. This is what provide my fundamental love for the sport, and that was kicked with the feet on that particular day." Commenting on these allegations, Toto Wolff, who his team is directly concerned, having particularly engaged in a close championship battle with Red Bull Racing last year, when the overspend is supposed to have occurred, Toto Wolff set fire over Red Bull's team principal Christian Horner, who is denying the heavyweight cheating allegations. Christian Horner has already responded to this, saying via Sky Sport that all these rumors were the first one he would hear of his team being in breach. Horner was confident of his team's legal participation and called FIA to intervene and follow all the necessary measures. "We're certainly not aware of any breaches. Certainly, our submission was below the cap, and it's down to the FIA to follow their process, which they are currently doing." So what do you think about this? How do you think Mercedes will appear next season? Will the team be able to get over this year's curse? Tell us in the comment section down below. That was all for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.